In fact, the reason why they were called Chichimecas was because it was the pejorative term bestowed upon them by the much larger and more powerful Aztec Empire. The name Chichimeca was actually used in the same manner that the Roman Empire used when describing Germanic tribes in Northern Europe, that term being.
So this person claims that the word Chichimeca was a negative term, that it was a derogatory term for these northern tribes, and I will disagree with that. And this is a common thing that I hear when it comes to the word Chichimeca. First, we have to realize that the word Chichimeca has changed a lot in its meaning throughout history, and I'll go ahead and show you this. So when it comes to pre-colonial times, it's pretty evident that the word Chichimeca just referred to tribes from the north, nomadic northern tribes. And we have to also notice that a lot of central Mexican Nahua groups put so much emphasis on their Chichimeca origins to the point that practically every codex that revolves around genealogy or any colonial accounts such as those from Alva Ixtlilxochitl puts so much emphasis on their Chichimeca origins to the point that it would be a little bit odd if they thought about it in a negative way, considering that that is a huge part of their identity. We see something similar too in the Purepecha Empire, where the ruling dynasty claimed descent from a Chichimeca group, the Wakusecha. Now, we sort of get a good idea about how the Mexica specifically thought of the Chichimeca, because in chapter 29 of book 10 of the Florentine Codex, and there they give descriptions of other neighboring ethnic groups, and from there we sort of get their opinions on these groups too. Now, they refer to different groups as Chichimeca, including the Otomi, which sort of adds more confusion to this. But overall, whenever they talk about these groups, they don't really refer to their lifestyles being barbarous. If anything, they refer to the fact that they're not speakers of the Nahuatl language. That is what makes them barbarous. For example, in this part, about when they talk about the Nahuatl Chichimeca, they say this. There were also the Nahuatl Chichimeca, those who understood, who also therefore spoke the Nahuatl language and a barbarous tongue. So it wasn't their lifestyle, it was more the fact that they also spoke another language, which made them barbarous. Now, it wasn't until colonial times, when the Spanish and their native allies started encountering more natives to the north, that the term Chichimeca started becoming more specific. And I'm sure many of you guys know about this definition, where it refers specifically to certain groups such as the Zacatecos, the Guamares, Ibames, and other groups. But even past this time period, by 1661, the term Chichimecos was just sort of used as a generic term for any natives that the Spanish would encounter, even as far up north as colonial Florida. But I hope this clarifies, though, that the term itself has changed throughout history like many terms that we know of.